Ebenezer Scrooge came down from his lair to see if the Cratchits and Tiny Tim were there. The band played on, as great as could be, and Mr. Shepherd kept counting to 3.
Good evening. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thanks for being with us. Sorry we're starting just a couple minutes late. One of the things that we are getting used to still is using iPads for our music. Someone should have reminded some people to make sure their iPads were here. That's silly me. But anyway, we're here now. We're ready to get started. Thanks. Hopefully there's lots of people online joining us. Thanks for watching online as well this evening. We are going to start with the high school concert band. Now, this is also the marching band group, and so this is all the 9th through 12th grade band members, plus some 7th and 8th graders as well. So this is what was the marching band during the football season this year, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But we are going to start right away with a song called Christmas Troika. And so this is a troika is a word that means a sleigh, or is sometimes called sleigh ride. So this is like a different style of sleigh ride. All right. Thank you for those of you here live in the audience for keeping our masks on and being socially distanced the whole time. It's just part of the world that we live in, and I know it's kind of annoying sometimes, but that's just, I appreciate you being able to do that so we can have live performances. So coming up right now are 3 young ladies who participated in a virtual solo and ensemble event. And so this is their ensemble song. It is called Still Knocked, which is in English we call Silent Night. You can stay there for a second, ladies. I should have mentioned that they are part of our second period class, the chamber ensemble, and Erin Belaska is brand new to trumpet there, so this is her very first semester ever playing trumpet. And Samantha Ackley, this is just her second semester maybe playing horn? Yeah. So anyway, so they are kind of beginners on this, which is really great. But thank you, ladies. Now we have our next ensemble coming up, also from that same class. We were fortunate enough this year to add a new member to the TC Band family, Benjamin Toth. Give him a welcome here. Yeah. And they are going to play Joy to the World. All right, like I mentioned, and stay there for a second, guys. So they also participated in a virtual ISMA solo and ensemble event, as did several people. So if you were part of that virtual event, can you come up here? So if you were part of a trio or did a solo for a virtual solo and ensemble, and that includes someone back in the sound booth as well, I believe. Come on up to the front of the stage. So we had 2 brass trios, a mallet trio, don't get too close to me, a drum set solo, a tenor quad solo, a marimba solo. Did they give everything? I think that was it. And all of these groups, guess what they received? Of course they got gold. Yes, all of them did. So I have many certificates to pass out. So like I said, we had several trios and soloists, and they all received a gold rating at our virtual solo event. Emma Milholland, why don't you move that stand out of your way? Okay. I'm going to say that we all got them. Yay! All right, while they're doing that, I do have some people to thank that made this concert possible, especially in today's world that we're dealing with. First of all, the students here on stage. We were able to have a fairly normal marching band season, meaning that we practiced lots of hours outside in the heat with masks on the whole time, and nobody complained to me. I'm sure they complained, but they didn't complain to me because they knew better. But it was very rare that I had to tell them to put up their masks. And now during class, it's very rare that I have to do that. Hopefully, yeah, I was going to say, you can look and they just instantly know, okay, this is just part of our norm right now. And so, I mean, I firmly believe that is a very big reason why we're able to have this concert tonight and why we were able to do most of the stuff this season. So thank you guys for doing that. And thank you parents for helping us make sure that they do that and just encouraging them to continue to social distant. That's pretty much what I have to tell them all the time, Thomas. Get away from people, 6 feet apart. You know, they just love each other so much. We can't help it. But so we're trying to deal with that, but I really do appreciate that. And then for this concert, the live stream, when we realized we would only be able to have parents in our concerts, we knew, okay, we want to be able to live stream this. And I was totally ignorant and thought, that'll be easy. And it wasn't. But what made it possible solely pretty much is because of one person helping me do that, Mr. Todd Trimble. So if we can give him a round of applause. It was a lot of work to get that together, so I'm glad we were able to do that. And hopefully you'll be able to have this video. You can, as long as YouTube exists, you'll be able to find this and be able to watch it as long as you want. And I always skip over this part that's happening right now, so feel free to do that when you rewatch it as well. And then the other person I need to thank for doing all the decorations and then helping us make sure you're in your seats, and we only had 2 people and all of that, Mrs. Trisha Trimble. If we can give her a round of applause as well. And I could go on and on. There are so many parents that are here right now. I know that you guys do so much for our band family and for our program, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to stop there because I could go on and on about it. Our next song is called Christmas Joy. This is a really cool one. We knew as soon as we sight read it the first time, most of us were like, yeah, let's do that song. So we were pretty excited about it. This is a medley arranged by Michael Sweeney, and it has The Bells of Christmas and Do You Hear What I Hear? It's just a really cool arrangement of these 2 songs. So I hope you enjoy Christmas Joy. to look at my cheat sheet so I know what I'm going to say. We had a few people this year, as usual in the fall. We usually are part of IBA honor bands throughout the fall. The junior high or middle school kids, as well as high school kids throughout our entire area, always participate in that. We were unable to do that in person this year, but we still went through the process so we could recognize the people that were selected. And so we had 4 people selected for the IBA honor band this year. So I have some certificates and some patches for their letter jackets for that this year. And I'll be honest, I don't remember who they are until I read your names. So the first one was Aaron Belaska. The next one was Caleb Colston Judah. It's Isabella Hall. And our 4th person was Jonathan Patrick Trimble. So typically this is, I believe, the weekend before Thanksgiving. And they usually get together, they practice for like 8 hours in one day on some super hard music, and then they give a performance on a Sunday afternoon. So a couple of these guys have done that before, but these were the 4 that were selected this year. So snap your pictures there and... All right, and then there's one more group of people that I want to thank, because who knows what's going to happen this school year. I think we're very lucky to make it this far and to be able to do as much music as we've been able to do. But if you are a senior, could you stand up just where you're at there so we can recognize you? So we have 8 seniors, I think. I always miscount. Is that right? Yes, there's 8 of them. Yes. So I just want to recognize that I don't have anything to give you, so sorry yet. At the end of the year, we'll give them more stuff. We recognize them at the end of marching season, but this is the largest group of seniors I've had, and so I just want to thank them again for being able to get us through our marching season. Their leadership is going to be greatly missed next year, as well as your parents, just to be honest. But you know, I really thank you for all of your work. If we give them a round of applause as well, just one more time. And then I would be remiss if I didn't make an announcement that when I first announced when we finally were able to plan this concert, there was one young lady that was quite upset that she had to spend her 18th birthday with me. So we are all going to sing Happy Birthday to Emma Richards. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Emma. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, Mom, for reminding me about that. Yeah, that's true. All right, so before our last song here, I do want to make a disclaimer. So this is called A Christmas Tale, and it's kind of reminiscent of, I don't remember the famous one now, the name of it, that like there's this nice narration of Santa and it's really happy. This is not that. So this is supposed to be scary a little bit. So it's about the Krampus. So in some European Christmas traditions, St. Nicholas does not work alone. He travels with the Krampus, a Christmas devil who doles out punishment to bad boys and girls on Christmas Eve. So this song serves as a darkly delightful Christmas piece. Who doesn't need that right now, you know? Intended to educate, entertain, and creep out your audience. The poem Beware the Krampus is an original poem written by this composer, or the arranger of it, and helps frame the piece around the Ukrainian bell carol and Up on the Housetop and Jolly Old St. Nick. So this has a narration that goes along with it, which is done by the most famous Mr. Jeff Wilson. So give him a round of applause for helping us out. And I do want to make the disclaimer, like, if you are like my 7-year-old daughter, you should just stop watching at this point, because this will give her nightmares for the rest of the night. But it is a pretty cool piece, so we're going to have fun with it. We're going to dim the lights and give you the story of Krampus.
If you've been good, child, on Christmas you'll find the toys and the gifts Saint Nick left behind. But if you've been bad, child, Saint Nick won't be there. Instead comes the Krampus, and then, child, beware! On Christmas Eve, Krampus will come to your room with his horns and his switch and his eyes full of doom. He'll click his black claws and he'll comb his dark mane and he'll laugh and he'll scream as he rattles his chains. But if you've been awful, most terribly bad, then worse will await you, young lasses and lads. He'll grab you and stuff you down deep in his sack. He'll take you away and you'll never come back. If you've been good, child, on Christmas you'll find the presents and gifts Saint Nick left behind. But if you've been bad, child, Saint Nick won't be there. Instead comes the Krampus, and then, child, beware!
All right, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thanks for watching online. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of live music. It's a rare treat in this time right now. We're going to clear the stage completely for our next concert. The jazz bands are going to perform at 7:30, so we have about 20 minutes here to clear the stage and do that. For you here, actually like live in person with us, we do have a new seating chart for that, so hopefully you can see your kids a little bit better for the next one. But thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.